guys, how you doing? My name is Alfred. Welcome back to another video. As you can already tell by the title, we're going to be looking at some soundtrack today, specifically Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So it was a very beautiful soundtrack throughout the whole movie, but there were a couple of soundtracks that really caught my attention, and this particular soundtrack I've been seeing trending for a while. So I just kind of wanted to break down the different chords and the different aspects and, different melodies that's going on into it. And perhaps you could use it in your own composition or, your own freestyle playing. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Man. All right. Yeah, let's stop right there. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about just the first, melody, just the first voices. So we're in the key of B, right? B minor, it seems like. Right? Let me use this, B melodic minor. I think this is a scale that a lot of people go towards, the melodic minor scale. We can talk a little bit more about that as the soundtrack goes on. But so what's the first thing? What's the first thing you hear? Right? And then I hear it goes. So I think it's very interesting that he starts it off, and by he I'm talking about Ludwig Goransson here. Very famous musical composer, by the way. Check out his other stuff. He does Creed. He does some other Marvel movies. But listen to this. Yeah. So that was So I think it's very interesting that he starts it off. He goes chromatically down, right? When he gets to the F sharp, he just goes down and then he brings it back. It just goes right to the E, right? So it's like this like chant, this unison thing. There's not too much going on here, like musically, but you can already tell. And especially with a lot of music, it's based on feeling, right? So you have these voices, right? These I don't know, angelic voices, or whatever you want to call them. But you can tell by the quality of their voice that you're starting to get that little bit of anxiety. You didn't even have to watch the movie. You didn't even have to know what's going on to kind of see, like, to kind of feel like what is the atmosphere here. You can already kind of feel it. Like I could play this really happy, right? Alright, so right. So the same thing, but just the way that these voices are, that's so different. It's so different, but I just really wanted to point that out because the different voices, or the different styles, I guess, that you use is really going to determine the overall feel of your music. If you use an electric piano versus an acoustic piano, it's going to feel a little different. If you use a guitar, versus, I don't know, a flute, it's going to feel different. So keep that in mind when you're writing your music. But let's pick it up, because there's so yeah, you see the other voices joining here, so they all sing like this unison chant. Reminds me of like these Gregorian chants. So we get this melody here. So we get this. Right? This is all happening over a B minor. So we get our kind of melody line here, right? And if you watch the movie, you actually kind of hear this throughout the whole movie. Whenever this specific people are they come into play, right? So keep going. You hear that? That's the B flat right there. So that's adding so much dissonance because you're already in the key of B flat, B minor, right? But you have this. That's already kind of, you're hitting on this B minor major 7. What is a minor major 7 chord? You take a minor chord and you add the major 7 to it. That's all there really is. You want an A minor major 7 chord, A minor chord, add the major 7 to it. That's what it is. So the fact that you hear this ambient voice like of this B flat here, right? It's like, man, you can already get the chills. You can already get a little bit of anxiety. You're like, what is happening here, right? Man. You see that you kind of hear this chord in the background, this E minor 6, right? I'm gonna replay it again. Oh wait, hold up. You hear that? It's really faint, but it kind of gives that melody something to sit on now, right? Right? Very, very nice chord to add. Right? The 4 minor. You're in B minor, and then you have an E minor, right? E minor 6. Just little stuff like that. You can barely hear the chord, but it does a lot. It really supports the music. But I hear some harmonies here. You hear that, man? So yeah, all right. So let's check that out. So you have the same melody that we were already introduced to. And now we get some harmony with it, right? You can hear this diminished, right? All happening over B minor. So it's like kind of this diminished chord here, right? So and then there it is, hinting at that E minor 6, right? So all these unstable chords, these unstable notes, this B flat in this minor chord, right? This B flat here, you know, this E minor 6 here, you have a tritone. In the melody now, you have another tritone. So this is all kind of making this song feel really unstable, and it's giving you a lot of anxiety, or, you know, it's giving, you know, like creepy vibes, right? Because that's his mission at this specific scene, right? I'll probably leave a link down in the description so you can actually watch the scene in action. Man, this is, it's already, you know, telling you, like, you know, without even watching the movie, it's telling you the story that it wants to tell. You might not know exactly what's going on, but based on the feeling you get, you should have some sort of idea what's going to happen, right? There's the B flat here. This is great, man. So you have Alright, so what's happening here, right? So now you have all these lines. So, and then they're kind of like going down, like, it's like a pitch bend down. So the reason why I'm doing and playing it like that is because that's what the voices are doing, right? So you have, and then you hear from the top. So you hear all these voices all doing this, right after each other, like consecutively. So now it's really making that presence known, That's what I feel like. I feel like a presence is being made here. Like something is, being uncovered. That's what I feel like. Like the big man's walking in, like something's about to happen, right? So just these notes here. That's all that's going on over a B minor chord, right? That's what I feel like. Let's take it back just a tad so we can get a little bit more context. Do you hear this? So you see, we get that second melody. So versus this. Right, so now we have, now they're harmonizing each other, it seems like. Right, and I think I hear this chord at the end of those lines, right? So let's do it. That beat. You can actually hear like that beat now come in. Now they're pedaling that beat. So it's like we're building. That's what's going on. We're building. You don't need this is the thing I like, Whenever we think about building a song, we think about throwing as many instruments, as many changes, as many whatever we can put in there. But literally they're building the song by just playing, right? And then those two melodies we talked about. And then now they're just pedaling that beat. So now we can feel this build, right? We can feel this build going on now. So let's talk about that part. So it starts with I feel like it starts with let me run it back, right? Yeah, you can hear that right? So already starting unstable, right? As I talked about, man, these unstable chords, these unstable movements still moving in a melodic way. Unstable chords, unstable movements, still moving in a melodic way to still create a song, man. And this is what I like. I love this. So it sounds like they're going right, something like that. B diminished, right, with the major 7. So we have this now, right? The same thing as a minor 7, but it's a diminished chord with a major 7. So it sounds like what's going on. So let's go back. Right here. That's all right. That's a nice sequence of chords. So let's do it. So when something like that, right? So and did something like that, right? So like I say again, unstable chords, unstable movements, but still moving in a melodic way, right? So right here, so it takes us all the way here. This whole series of upward chromatics, right? So we start with this. We start with something like this. Then we move to this, right? And then it seems like we move to this, right? So that's hinting at this chord, right? And then now we move here. So we're here, and we're at another diminished chord, and then now we get here. A B minor major 7. And then, I'm sorry, B minor 7. And then we have a B minor major 7 right here. And then it goes something like this. So, right? A B7 with a sus4, right? So let's listen to that one more time and play with it. One more. Yeah, that's nice. And then it goes to D flat here. So this massive build, like, what's going on? And then now it's revealed, right? That's how I kind of feel like all this anticipation builds up to this. Crazy, man. Crazy. But yeah, just keep, man, unstable movements, unstable chords, right? Unstable movements, but moving in such a melodic way, and that's what makes it music. You can't throw all these chords together and then, expect something just to come out of it, man. That's why Ludwig Goransson, man, is amazing, man. I'm telling you, man. This dude knows his stuff. He knows how to move between these intervals, man. We have to freshen up on, our minor chords. A lot of musicians, I don't think, really go in that minor chords, man. Like, sometimes we look at minor chords in a major way, right? That's not how you want to look at them. But that's a conversation for another day. But let's finish this out. Got the drums. So we're back in B flat. So like there was a little bit of rhythm to it. Sound like seals, something like that. Birds. Alright, and the last about 20 seconds, we actually get a little bit of rhythm here. Sounds like it's in C. And that's it, right? So it sounds like it was some type of C7. I don't know. I'm not sure quite exactly what that was. Yeah, that's the basis of the whole song, man. Sirens by Ludwig Goransson, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And when you're trying to write some spooky music, or you're trying to evoke a feeling of uncertainty, man, this chord right here, man, will tell you everything you need to know, man. I'm telling you, B minor major 7th, right, or any type of major 7th chord, man. I'm telling you, this is gonna get exactly what you need. Really unpack what you can do here, man, because he took a couple melodies and turned it all the way around. My name is Alfred Williams. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, guys.